Hello and welcome to Hot Topics Talk Radio. I'm your host, Tony Breedlove, broadcasting live from the West Coast.
Tonight's topic is black churches and accountability to the community. There is no secret that some black churches, large and small, collect hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars each year. But how does that money benefit the black community?
There's a misunderstanding that people have, and that misunderstanding is the huge reason why there's a problem. That misunderstanding is church versus God.
Many of the churches that you see, just because they're having church and something, many of those churches are struggling. Many of those churches are in bankruptcy. Many of those churches are in foreclosure. And all of those churches are not robbing people. All of those pastors are not driving Bentleys.
Do black men fear commitment? I want to give you a realistic view on why I think there are more babies mamas and single women. Aside from societal factors, our brothers are dealing with commitment issues. Primarily, these commitment issues may stem from not wanting to give up the never-ending number of beautiful women in the world. And the other part is a fear that marriage will require changes.
I don't think it's a black man issue at all.
I think it's a very needed conversation to take place tonight on domestic violence.
I am a survivor of domestic violence. I was a hidden victim. My mother and father had some anger issues, and so there was domestic violence in my primary home, and in a relationship with my mother and her next boyfriend, or in a relationship with my dad and his next girlfriend. So I was pre-exposed to this at a real young age. So I grew up thinking that that's the way it should be. Because I knew absolutely nothing different, I went back, and I went back 11 times because I didn't recognize that it was me and not the other person, because I was so busy being the victim, I didn't know how to stand in my own power.
You know, this is such an important topic. I'm so glad that, you know, I had the opportunity to listen in on it. And I actually had someone forward me the email from Facebook.
Human trafficking, sexual slavery. 161 countries have been identified as being affected by human trafficking. Human sex trafficking is the most common form of modern-day slavery.
My daughter Jessie, we're from Canada. She's an international endangered missing person, and also the victim of human trafficking. She's been missing for over 6 years. March 29th, 2006, she went missing.
I've lost a cousin that actually lived in the Bay Area. She was recruited at a young age, around 13, 14, and at the age of 18, she was killed, murdered. Sometimes they recruit these young ladies and have them around just for 2 years or a year, shower them with gifts and psychologically poisoning before they put them out on the streets.
I'm calling in from San Diego. I'm actually friends with Sarah Kuzan.
Oh, my goodness. It's such an honor to have you on the show.
Very happy to be calling in. The clock is ticking. We're 59 days now to see what happens with Sarah's case.
Welcome to Hot Topics Talk Radio. I'm your host, Tony Breedlove, and I am broadcasting live from the West Coast. Jerry Kelly should be joining us shortly. Yvonne Baker is listening in, and we are going to have a fun time and a fantastic time with our special guest, Mr. Chris Jackson, formerly of the Isley Brothers. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. Glad to do it.
Thank you for being a Capricorn, because I saw that you were born in December. So thank you for being a Capricorn.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Hot Topics Talk Radio. I'm your host, Tony Breedlove, broadcasting live from the West Coast. Tonight we will discuss the shooting death of Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old boy who was gunned down on February 26, 2012, in Sanford, Florida, by George Zimmerman, a self-appointed neighborhood watch captain.
This is a very tough show for me, and I first want to thank Yvonne, my producer, for helping me with the schedule of trying to get this done. Every time that I hear those 911 recordings, it does something to me, because I myself have a son, and could have easily been him. So I want to welcome my co-host, who is always there, Jerry Kelly. Thank you a lot for joining me. So I'm going to need you guys to hold me up tonight, because this is something that is touching me like I don't think anything has in a very long time. So I thank you both, Yvonne and Jerry. You know, this is one of those topics where you feel like it has to be done, but then you say, I don't want to touch it because of the emotional side of it. I haven't really talked about it, so it's really raw for me when I don't talk about it. So you have to excuse the wavering in my voice.
A black person's life don't mean nothing. And we made this country.
I know. Look, I'm going to have to take a short break, you guys, okay? Just hang in there with me. Okay, Jerry?
Yes, I am.
I had to try and pull myself together.
Oh, truly.
And this is, I'm furious. And I'm trying to keep all of this stuff so that I can be of some use, you know. I think that this is the perfect platform to be able to be of some purpose and some use to somebody, so that someone can be able to air their views, to be able to have a sounding board.
You're doing it. You're doing that. And I appreciate you standing up saying, hey, we need to have this show tonight. We need to get it on the air now. And I truly appreciate that. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to ride in the battle with you, Tony. Now, I understand it's a lot of things going on. We're being beat down from every different direction, every different angle. And I understand this. Now it's time to go to work. Hot Topics Talk Radio.
Somebody keep telling me